From the courts of Northwestern University, it is the final tune-up before the conference tournament. The top-seeded Wildcats play host to the visiting Spartans from Michigan State. It's Big Ten tennis, and it's next. Welcome to Evanston, Illinois. We're here at the Vandy Christie Tennis Center, where today the #1 team in the country, the Northwestern Wildcats, play host to conference rival Michigan State in the debut of women's tennis on the Big Ten Network. And hello everyone, I'm Nara Weng, pleased to be joined today by former WTA pro Ann Grossman Wunderlich. And Ann, we're getting a special treat here, getting to see the best team in the country.
Yes, we are here. Coach Claire Pollard has done an unbelievable job recruiting and bringing these girls here into Northwestern, and they're very excited to go for the national championship.
That's right, national championship is in their sights, and they've never gotten past the quarterfinal round. We'll see if this is the team that can do it. On the other side, Michigan State, to say they're an underdog might be an understatement, but I think maybe the coach likes it that way.
Yeah, Erica Perkins is a very competitor herself. She's got these girls all ready to compete hard against Northwestern here today.
And we're going to start off with a doubles action, but let's take a look down the road at the #1 singles matchup, where on Northwestern side, Maria Mosilova, the freshman phenom.
Yeah, Maria Mosilova is a great all-around aggressive baseline player. She's 3 in the country, and I'm very excited to watch her today.
On the other side of things, it's a senior, Christine Bader, for Michigan State. And what can you say about Christine?
Christine Bader is an aggressive baseliner as well as a serve and volleyer. So we have 2 contrasting styles, and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a great match today.
And when we come back, we'll serve it up. Big Ten women's tennis makes its debut here on the Big Ten Network in Evanston, Illinois.
Why are energy drinks bad? 12 spoons of sugar? That's bad. 200 calories? Bad. Guarana? Tisk, tisk. Good for a short jittery burst, then a debilitating crash. So don't drink energy drinks. Drink 5-Hour Energy. It's not a drink, more like a sip. But with that sip, you'll feel alert and focused for hours, without the crash or jitters. It has 0 sugar, only 4 calories, and no guarana. 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later.
Be part of the inaugural Walk for Randy 5K before the Northwestern football spring game on Saturday, April 26th. In memory of former head coach Randy Walker, Wildcat fans and the 2008 football senior class will walk to raise money for the Randy Walker Foundation. Then, fans can stick around for the spring football game at Ryan Field at noon. Register today at nusports.com and be part of the inaugural Walk for Randy 5K. Log on to BigTenNetwork.com and register for the Big Ten Superfans program. Sign up and you can win tons of great prizes by watching the Big Ten Network. Show your passion. Become a Big Ten Superfan today.
Let's take a look at the rules of college tennis. It's a little different kind of format, so that's how you win in college tennis with a team competition. We also got a chance to speak with Michigan State head coach Erica Perkins earlier about the chance to play the #1 team in the country in Northwestern.
I think, it's a great opportunity for everybody on our team to play the best team in the nation, hands down. And, we're using it as an opportunity to get better individually as each player, gets to compete against probably one of the better players they'll see all year. And also as a team, I think, you can always learn from your competition. Northwestern's done things the right way. They're probably some of the best competitors in the nation, and we're hoping to play at that level. Christine Bader is one of those players that I'm definitely going to miss. Trying to hold on to her as long as possible. I tell her we've got to keep winning so she can keep playing. But, you know, she's going to come out and play quick strike, aggressive tennis. She's a fun player to watch. She's got great energy. Nobody loves Michigan State more than Christine Bader. Her father was a swim coach for a long time at Michigan State, and she's pretty much always been a Spartan. And so we're excited about her opportunity today. It's always good for her to get to play a top-ranked player.
Northwestern head coach Claire Pollard also spoke to us about her season.
Well, I think it's been a combination of hard work and, you know, we have a talented group. Really started from the beginning of the year, really committed to being the best that they could be. And so far, we've proven to be the best team so far.
We are about to get ready for the doubles matches of the day. 3 courts, 3 different teams. And we will be focusing at the start on the #1 doubles matchup when we will be seeing in that court for the host Northwestern Wildcats, Susie Matzenauer and Samantha Murray. For the visiting Spartans of Michigan State, it's going to be Christine Bader and Stephanie Keebler. And of course, Bader and Keebler grew up together, went to high school together, now they're at Michigan State together. So, and you'd think that they're used to playing with each other by now.
Yeah, they've been playing with each other since they were in elementary school, they said. And it'll be really exciting to watch them out here play. They look like they have a great time with each other, and obviously they know each other very well. And
so Matzenauer begins the match. First point out there, so it begins love 15.
just missed that by a few inches there, being aggressive right from the start.
Into the net with the first serve, so second serve coming up from Susie Matzenauer, sophomore from Tacoma, Washington.
Pulled that forehand off a little bit late. She's choosing to serve and stay back.
15 all. That time first service in for a service winner as Keebler could not get the return. Matzenauer long on the first serve.
Just a little slow to react on that backhand volley. Bader hits a great backhand return, and Keebler is just not ready for that cross.
So it's 40-15. Game point on Matzenauer's serve. And in the first game, whoops, sorry, that was a fault there. Of course, in doubles, the doubles alleys come into play on both sides. And that would be the game for Northwestern to begin, going up 1-love.
Yeah, I felt like Keebler could have taken that backhand and come in and taken advantage of the great backhand she was hitting down the line, and just waited, and then, you know, ended up losing the point.
So they change sides.
Just mishit that backhand a little bit.
Matzenauer and Murray this year have not played at #1. They've played at #2 together, and they have a 9-1 record, 5-0 in the Big Ten. So a solid team that's getting the bump up today. And Keebler can't track that one down, so Michigan State down on their serve, love 15.
Bader should have crossed over and got that. I think she could have reached that. Got to stay aggressive and go after every ball.
Stephanie Keebler, the junior from Okemos, Wisconsin, Michigan, rather. Murray with the big shot that Bader just fights off. Can't do anything about that one. And it's love 30. Keebler way long on the backhand there, and they're down love 40.
They did I formation, which forces the returner to hit a different return, but they just didn't capitalize on it.
Fault on the first serve. Second serve here. Down 3 break points.
You go.
Great hands with Susie Matzenauer coming in and taking that ball early.
So the game goes to Northwestern with the break, and they lead 2-0 here early on. We're going to shift our focus now to court number 2, where the score is 1 apiece. And over there for Northwestern, we have the team of Maria Mosilova and Carrie Robeson. For Michigan State, it's Anna Milosavljevic and Christine Milliken. Right now, Michigan State on serve. Milliken. And the point there.
Great cross on Michigan State, putting the pressure on Anna.
Yeah. So Christine Milliken, the sophomore from Traverse City, Michigan, is serving in this game.
Anna just nails that backhand. She's got great smooth ground strokes. It'll be exciting to watch her within her singles match out there. I don't think she says that she's starting to play a lot more doubles and has been really working hard on her doubles game.
Robeson unable to return it into the net, so.
Yeah, that serve kicked up high on her backhand. She just had issues on getting under that ball. You gotta really make sure you get under that ball, use your legs, get up to the ball and take it early on the return of serve.
Now Milliken will be serving it to Maria Mosilova, top singles player for Northwestern. Oh, and a net cord winner there for Michigan State and Milliken.
I was a bit lucky. Got to take those though.
Milliken and Milosavljevic after every point discussing things.
Great forehand volley. That's the way to come in and take it early and take it out of the air. Keep the pressure on them. In doubles, you want to hit a great return and come in and take that next one out of the air. A lot of people sometimes will just stay back.
And a double fault there by Milliken.
She's not getting her toss more into the court. When you're playing doubles and you want to serve and volley, you really want to get that toss more up and into the court so you can use your legs and just looks like her toss is behind her a little too much.
And the volley into the net by Milligan.
Again, when you're playing doubles, and you got to focus on two things: getting your first serve in, placing it well, and then making that first volley. So she needs to be talking to herself, saying, "Come on, let's make this first serve, get in, make the first volley," taking her time.
And a double fault.
She just looks like she's rushing out there.
So Northwestern takes the point, goes up 2-1 there on court number 2. Now let's take a look at what's going on over at court number 3, where Northwestern will have Nazli Ghazal and Georgia Rose going against the Michigan State team of Catherine Bonin and Allie Wickman. Rose and Ghazal just went to track down a loose tennis ball, so they're making their way back to the court. Wickman and Bonin, both freshmen for the Spartans and Coach Erica Perkins' squad, and the lefty Ghazal gets it going. Up 3-love. In doubles there, they play a pro set where they play up to 8 instead of the normal 6. And you still have to win by 2 games. Ghazal from Temecula, California, in Southern California, Chaparral High School, a junior.
She's got lots of energy out there. She loves to dictate with her forehand. She has great focus. Coach really speaks highly of her. Lots of energy, she says.
And this is actually the first time all season that Georgia Rose and Nazli Ghazal have played doubles together, so they're off to a good start.
A bit of a change-up at the beginning of the match.
Wickman tracking that one down, but unable to return it in.
It's a great pickup, great half volley. The Ghazal should have been in. If she had gotten that back, she should have been already in and looking for it. She was hanging out on the baseline.
That one long, so Northwestern taking advantage right now on Catherine Bonin's serve.
I'm surprised to see a lot of these girls serving and staying back, but then not surprised because most girls have great returns. So great out wide serve, and Ghazal angles that nicely.
Great serve and even better return by Ghazal. Ghazal has done very well, just like the rest of this Northwestern team has, but in doubles this year, 27-7 record, playing with various partners. Point to Northwestern. Back here at court 1, Stephanie Keebler serving. The big smash by Sam Murray there.
Keebler just got Keebler just got stuck way too far behind the baseline. She needs to take advantage of her height and get into the net.
Matzenauer and Murray up 5-love. Murray unable to volley that one, so it's 15-all here.
Looks like she took her eye off the ball. Northwestern should have been all over that return of serve. The serve was really short.
A foot fault called by the chair umpire there on Keebler. Strong volley by Christine Bader at the net to make it 30-15. Again here at court number 1, Christine Bader, Stephanie Keebler for the Spartans, taking on Susie Matzenauer and Samantha Murray for the Wildcats. First serve in the net by Keebler, second service coming up. And again, it's going to be another second serve on the let there after hitting the net cord.
You go. Painted the line on that volley.
Matzenauer just clipping it there.
Felt like she was a little lucky to pull that off. She had a little bit of a swing on the volley.
30-all. Keebler backhand into the net, and she's not happy with herself.
Yeah, she's hitting huge forehands. I don't understand why she wasn't coming in after those. They got to take their chances. They're down 5-0. You got to play aggressive, put the pressure on Northwestern, make them come up with a different shot.
Break point for Matzenauer and Murray, and a good serve by Keebler to send it to deuce. Forehand into the net, so advantage Spartans.
Needs to focus on getting this first serve in, placing it well.
Volley by Murray makes it back to deuce. Matzenauer takes care of that.
Keebler should have seen her crossing and tried to go down the line.
So now it's advantage Wildcats. Trying to break Keebler's serve. Mishit there, looked like by Murray. And the backhand stab volley there to win the game for Northwestern. We're going to take a look at court 2. Milosavljevic and Milliken taking on Mosolova and Robeson. Mosolova serving, the freshman phenom from Moscow, Russia. Just another line of strong young Russian tennis players.
They are producing them over there. And we love coming to the States to train, to go to school.
The backhand return into the net by Milosavljevic, the South African, but born in Belgrade, Yugoslavia, which explains the tough last name for us to say.
Great little roller angle. That's what
Mosolova just 18, but she's made a big impact already. We'll see her more in the singles as the #3 singles player. And now let's go back to court #1, where it's 7-love in favor of the Wildcat team of Matzenauer and Murray, and in this doubles in college, it's a pro set to 8, so it's going to be match point coming up very soon, it looks like, for Northwestern here on court #1.
Northwestern's just dominating. They're coming in, taking the ball early.
Christine Bader serving for the Spartans, trying to stay alive here. And right there, Matzenauer splits the two Spartans for the point.
Matzenauer has a little bit of an unorthodox forehand. Able to pull that one off down the middle. Seems like she just gets really loose and she's a little wristy.
Serve a bit long, so second serve coming up.
Great hands.
Murray with the reaction over the heads of the Spartans. So it's love 30 on Bader's serve. So here we go, match point coming up for the Wildcat team of Murray and Matzenauer.
I feel like when Bader's serving and Keebler is standing way too close to the alley, she should be more over to the left right now, and more in the middle.
And there, a double fault ends it here on court 1, so Northwestern takes down the #1. And just finishing up on court number 3 as well. Northwestern has taken that one at love, so Northwestern will take the doubles point, having won 2 matches already. So Rose and Gazal taking care of business on court 3. Matzenauer and Murray doing the same on court number 1. So let's take a look at match point here on court number 1 again. Bader just into the net. So Northwestern, again, proving they're the #1 team in the country. We'll be back with the singles after this break.
Field hockey in the Big Ten is so much more physical than what I'm used to back home. Home is in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. I wanted to go somewhere unique for college and let my stick do the talking. I have some Ohio State teammates from around the world. The rest of the team refer to us as the UN, the United Nations. I'm Caroline Wynn, and that's my Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
11 Big Ten campuses, one show that covers them all.
Thanks for dropping in on Big Ten Tonight.
Go inside your school with unprecedented access on Big Ten Tonight. In-depth highlights, analysis from our experts, the news of the day, interviews, features, and so much more.
This is the place to be.
It's the show for all Big Ten fans. Big Ten Tonight, only on the Big Ten Network.
A 21-point Minnesota lead. And there's a touchdown toss to Ross Lane. Touchdown Wildcats. This is it. Touchdown Wildcats. Peterman again. One play to win it or lose it. Fires incomplete, and the Wildcats win at home in double overtime. Unbelievable football game.
This is the Big Ten Network.
And welcome back here to Evanston, Illinois, the home of the Northwestern Wildcats, the #1 team in the nation, taking on conference rival Michigan State Spartans. We'll also have to travel to Madison, Wisconsin tomorrow, but for now, they've got their hands full with what's easily their toughest opponent of the season. And we are going to focus on the #1 singles match, but we will take you through the other courts as well. On court #1, it's going to be senior Christine Bader for Michigan State, and for Northwestern, it's the freshman phenom from Moscow, Russia, Maria Mosolova. So, again, I'm Nara Weng here with Ann Grossman Wunderlich. And Ann, let's talk a little bit about Mosolova and Bader here, the matchup we're going to see at court #1. First, the senior for Michigan State, Christine Bader.
Yeah, she's a great competitor. She's got great energy. She's a big hitter off both sides, and she loves to serve and volley.
That's something we don't see as much in the tennis game nowadays, so that'll be a treat for everyone to see the serve and volley game.
Yeah, Coach was saying that one of her weaknesses is she's 5'11". She's a big girl. She doesn't move as well as she could, but that's one thing that she's working on.
On the other side, a girl who is known for her movement is Maria Mosolova, the freshman phenom, ranked 3rd in the country. Talk a little bit about her strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, speaking to her earlier, she says that her movement is her greatest asset, and she's aggressive baseliner. She likes to go for more on her forehand, although she'll miss a little bit. But her backhand is nails, and she's very, very consistent with it. And she gets the girl moving and gets her out of position very early on in the point. She's been working a lot on her serve. She said she's changed her serve. Coach Pollard has really helped her a lot with it. And her second serve, is a little bit weak as well. So they've been really working hard on doing that.
She seems to have transitioned into college life very well, coming over from Russia. And she does admit to being homesick every once in a while, but her father will be making a visit in a couple of weeks, just in time to see her play in the NCAAs.
Yeah, Coach Pollard was saying that, you know, she's a very funny girl. She's got a dry sense of humor. And sometimes she can be very negative, and she's never satisfied. She'll hit an unbelievable shot and just kind of shrug her shoulders.
I think they find that endearing about her. And so we begin with Mosolova serving. No line judges here, so the players will call their own. Try to go with the backhand lob. And then approaching the net, a winner for Mosolova.
Yeah, Mosolova didn't try to make that so good, just dropped it low at her feet. And after watching Christine play her doubles, it looks like she really needs to strengthen that backhand volley.
Thirty love now, with the service winner there from Maria Mosolova.
Nice first serve, very solid. She doesn't hit it huge, but she plays it well. It's nice and deep. Sometimes you don't always have to go for a bomb of a first serve.
Second serve coming up.
Just missed it long.
And there you see Bader attacking the net.
Yeah, she likes to close in. I think Maria, a little topspin lob right over her backhand would have been a nice play on that. And I think she just tried to make it too good.
Mosolova 9-0 in Big Ten play. She's currently on an 8-match winning streak. And twice already has been the Big Ten Player of the Week this season.
Bader hits that backhand really flat. She just doesn't get that extension with her left hand on the backhand side. She needs a little bit more topspin.
Game point here. And the first point on court number 1 goes to Mosolova and the Wildcats. So now let's take a look over at court number 2. So Sam Murray here serving to Ana Milosavljevic.
Just missed it long. Didn't quite get up to that ball. Let the ball drop down at her toenails.
Murray, the player from England, and of course Coach Claire Pollard, originally from England as well, so that helped probably get her here. So court number 2, Milosavljevic and Murray, which is actually the number 3 players for both sides. Murray herself is the number 31 ranked player in the country, and she was last year's Big Ten Freshman of the Year and all Big Ten selection for the Wildcats. And into the net with that forehand.
Wow, fell off that forehand. Her strength is hard hitter off both sides. She can take her backhand wherever she wants it, coach says. And she hits it big. She moves pretty well for her height. She's got a big serve here. Coach says she can place her serve very well. Didn't quite get into position on that forehand. You know, when you're out of position like that, you don't have to go for such a big shot, you know. The girl's not pressuring you at all. You can hit it heavy and deep into the corner. She was feeling like she had a little pressure there. She's one of the most aggressive players on the Northwestern team.
And a big serve right there by Murray. And we'll come back for more women's tennis action here at Northwestern right after this.
We got just what you need to keep your yard beautiful and weed-free. Let's start with fertilizer.
We're here because we've been there with the tools, products, and advice to get it done right. True Value. Start right, start here.
Their greatest desire is to be the best. Millions of fans have watched them compete. Displaying unshakable drive and unmistakable talent, they've inspired future generations to dream big. And above all, they've made us proud, on and off the field. I'm Commissioner Jim Delaney, and that's our Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
Now we're going to check in on court number 3, where it's the number 5 singles matchup between Nazli Ghazal of Northwestern and Christine Milliken for Michigan State. Right now, Ghazal is serving, leading 3-love in the match.
Coach Pollard says that she's got a very big forehand. She has lots of energy on the team. When she is ahead in her match, she gets the job done. She doesn't mess around. She likes to dictate on her forehand side. She has great focus.
Milliken way long on the backhand there.
Again, she's feeling pressure like she has to go for so much, but she really doesn't. She's so far behind the baseline.
That'll be the number 2. It's Rose.
She should just be focusing on getting her backhand deep into Ghazal's backhand, since her forehand is her weapon.
So the point to Ghazal, and they switch over with Milliken serving.
Jumped up on that forehand. You got to stay down when the ball's nice and deep on you. You got to stay down and shorten your backswing.
Milliken in high school in Traverse City Central High School here in Michigan, and she tied the high school state record in career wins with 151. Now let's check in on court number 4, where the number 2 singles teams are going at it. It's the Stephanie Keebler for Michigan State and Georgia Rose for Northwestern. Keebler in the near court, Rose in the far court.
Keebler's 6'1", aggressive baseliner. She's a very fiery competitor. As we watched in her doubles, she does not like to approach the net.
Rose just won that last game to make it 3-love. And now let's check in on court number 5. The matchup there is going to be the number 4 singles of Allie Wickman and Lauren Liu. Wickman for Michigan State, Liu for Northwestern. Right now, you take a look at Lauren Liu from Houston, Texas.
They call her the silent assassin, Coach Pollard says.
Quietest player on the team, but getting very good results for the Wildcats. 51st ranked player in the country, and right now up 2-1 over Allie Wickman. Wickman, who went to Syracuse actually in the fall and then transferred here for the spring. She was actually on scholarship at Syracuse and decided to come back to her home state and walk on here with the Spartans.
I was watching Lauren warm up, and she's very smooth. She's very clever lefty. She's got a big forehand. She has a lot of variety on the backhand. She's got great drop shots. She looks to come forward. So she's got great hands.
There you see Lauren Liu in the near court. Wickman in the far court serving right now. Unlike Ghazal, who's not a crafty left-hander, Lauren Liu definitely is.
They have a variety of girls on the team, don't they? Nice as she came in and took that high forehand volley out of the air.
And let's take a look now over at court number 6, where you will see the number 6 singles matchup between Catherine Bonin of MSU and Susie Matzenauer of Northwestern. And Matzenauer has been the team MVP, according to Coach Claire Pollard, this season, because she's just been dominant out of the number 6 position. 8-0 in Big Ten, 20-2 overall, and currently on a 6-match winning streak. Right now, Bonin serving down 3-love.
They call her Hurricane. Coach Pollard says she has unreal energy and has a great presence on the team.
She said she has a very intimidating presence out on the court, and that's probably what you would expect out of someone who said she'd like to be a linebacker on the football team if she could play any other sport.
She's a big girl.
Bonin returning in the near court, or serving to Matzenauer in the near court, rather.
Unforced error. I've seen a lot of unforced errors on the Michigan State side.
There you see assistant coach for Northwestern, Dave Mullins, Irish Davis Cup player, and the injured Alexis Canil, who broke her foot last Sunday in the match at Minnesota. Normally, she would be playing doubles for them. And just to let you know, at the end of one set already in court number 3 goes to Nazli Ghazal in the matchup over there. And Matzenauer into the net with her forehand. You'd see Nazli Ghazal there, the junior from Temecula, California. A dominant junior in the Southern California circuit. Now back to court 6. See Catherine Bonin, freshman from Austin, Texas. This is her first action in Big Ten dual match this season. And a miss hit there, and we will come back for more of this dual match between Michigan State and Northwestern.
What makes a university great? At the University of Iowa, the numbers tell the story. The University of Iowa. Be remarkable.
Playing volleyball in the Big Ten has been a dream come true. It's taught me how to work well with others and be the best teammate possible. My other dream is to be a fighter pilot. And in ROTC, a big focus is on leadership, control, and teamwork. Volleyball has helped me develop those skills. I'm Beth Bertsky, and that's my Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
Ah, the sounds of spring. Baseball on the Big Ten Network. Catch the conference's top matchups as your school swings for a championship all season long. Tomorrow in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. Stay connected all the time with Big Ten Network podcasts. Get exclusive access to the entire conference with a unique podcast devoted to all 11 universities. And with fresh daily and weekly updates, there's always something new. Download today at BigTenNetwork.com or through iTunes.
Welcome back to Vandy Christie Tennis Center. Northwestern leading the dual match 1-0 thanks to the win at doubles. And we are in the midst of 6 singles matches here. And we're going to go back to court number 1, where we take a look at senior Christine Bader of the Spartans against freshman Maria Mosilova of Northwestern, who is leading 4-love in serving. Mosilova in the far court. Bader in the near court. Love.
Just misses that backhand volley. She doesn't get that arm out in front of her. She just tries to make it too good sometimes.
It's a game point for Mosilova. And a strong serve results in a service winner and makes the score 5-love in favor of Mosilova and the Wildcats. So as they take a break on court 1, let's take a look at the action on court number 2, which is the number 3 singles matchup of Sam Murray against Ana Milosavljevic.
Milosavljevic's backhand. She really gets down on it, stays down, drives out through the ball. She's got a bright future.
Murray serving, leading 3-1.
Great serve, set up that forehand. I'm seeing a lot of girls that are missing way too many first serves. So when you can get in that first serve, that your chances of, setting up your point is much easier.
So let's take a look now at court number 1, where Mosilova will try and make quick work of Christine Bader here. Bader trying to serve to stay in the set.
Rips that forehand down the line. She really took the outside of the ball. Doesn't have such a huge backswing.
Bader was looking forward to competing against the number 3 ranked player in the country, but she's getting all she can handle right now.
Yeah, anytime you have a chance to play one of the best players, it makes you into a better player, because then you know what you need to work on and you know what their level of play is like.
And it's not like Christine Bader's not a good player. She was all Big Ten first team selection 2 years ago as a sophomore, the first Spartan to do that since 1993. She's been the primary number 1 for Michigan State since her sophomore year.
Great first serve. She just didn't keep moving forward on that volley. She just kind of stopped. You got to keep moving forward and get your, I like to say, you use your legs to hit the volley, so you can't stop. You got to keep moving.
So it's love 40 here. So 3 set points for Mosilova. Can't connect on that forehand, so Bader stays alive. missing shot by Mosilova ends the first set. She takes it at love. And we will be back to see more action right after this.
Their greatest desire is to be the best. Millions of fans have watched them compete. Displaying unshakable drive and unmistakable talent, they've inspired future generations to dream big. And above all, they've made us proud on and off the field. I'm Commissioner Jim Delaney, and that's our Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
We're all members of the Alumni Association, and you should be too. So join the MSU Alumni Association at msualum.com. Go Skate!
Softball on the Big Ten Network. Be a part of the excitement every time they wind and fire. The lively fastballs, the powerful swings, and the great defensive stops. All season long in high def, only on the Big Ten Network.
And we are back here in Evanston. Moody day weather-wise, but seeing some strong tennis action out of the #1 team in the country, Northwestern, and we check in on court number 4 where the #2 singles matchup is going on. Keebler and Rose. Right now, Keebler in the near court, serving to her Wildcat counterpart, Rose, who leads 5-love in the first.
Georgia's hitting very heavy balls to Keebler's forehand. Keebler has a kind of an unorthodox forehand. She starts down really low instead of most girls that take a nice loop. Anyway, so she's driving that ball high up on Keebler, forcing her to get a short ball. Georgia Rose moves really well. Coach says her ability to transition to the net, she does that.
So right there, it was the set point and won by Georgia Rose. So she wins at love as well. So #1 and #2 singles at love. And now let's go over to court number 6, checking in on Susie Matzenauer, who is leading 5-love over Catherine Bonin of Michigan State, who is on serve. Bonin in the near court to Matzenauer in the far court. And Matzenauer with the big forehand.
Slap that forehand. Looks like she just lost her concentration on that one.
Normally would jump all over the second serve, but puts that one in the net. And Bonin. And you can see the sheepish look on Matzenauer's face at the missed opportunity. This time Nara taking advantage and winning the point. Nara, a communication studies major in her sophomore year, won her first Big Ten Player of the Week honor earlier this year on March 12th.
Coach calls her the MVP of the team.
Like you said, she calls her a hurricane. She's just a force out there to be reckoned with. She just did commit another unforced error, so she's struggling with her concentration, it looks like, a little bit right now, and trying to close out the set.
Yeah, sometimes when you're ready to win, you kind of lose your concentration a little bit. You just got to buckle down and really focus on one point at a time. Picking on her.
And that ball is out, so we're going to take another break here and come back after Nara taking down the first set at love.
Northwestern University. A tradition of excellence. Unlimited opportunities. Lifelong friendships. And exceptional academics.
The journey for the CONCACAF Champions Cup is on FSC, emerging from North America, Central America, and the Caribbean.
There you go.
8 teams put it all on the line to be named Confederation champs and earn a place in the FIFA Club World Cup. All eyes will be watching as Mexico's Pachuca returns to defend their title. CONCACAF Champions Cup, exclusively on Fox Soccer Channel.
11 Big Ten campuses. One show that covers them all.
Thanks for dropping in on Big Ten Tonight.
Go inside your school with unprecedented access on Big Ten Tonight. In-depth highlights, analysis from our experts, the news of the day, interviews, features, and so much more.
This is the place to be.
It's the show for all Big Ten fans. Big Ten Tonight, only on the Big Ten Network. You're watching the Big Ten Network.
Back here at Northwestern, court number 1 for the number 1 singles matchup between Mosilova of the Wildcats and Bader of the Spartans. Christine Bader leading 1-love here in the second set after losing the first set at love. There you see the serve and volley action work well for Christine Bader.
She's got very nice volleys and she's got the height. She just has to keep her unforced errors down. Sometimes I think she tries to go for too big of a shot and she doesn't really need to. Maria makes unforced errors as well. Sometimes you get in a panic situation and you don't realize that you don't have to make it as good.
Caught a little bit out of position on that shot and hit it wide.
Well, Maria took that return really early, and Kristen just wasn't ready. She wasn't prepared.
Bader 18-12 this season overall at the singles position. Most of it spent playing number 1.
Toss gets a little too far to the right. She needs to get it a little bit more to the left. It's too far to the right.
Into the net with the backhand was Bader.
Again, she should have just gotten up to the ball, rolled it down the line, and then made Maria go for a shot. You know, she's maybe thinking about the next shot before she hits the shot.
Missing the volley there was Bader.
Her approach shot was way too short to come in off of that. I mean, she was standing on the service line, so she had to come in, but she hit it back on the service tee. You got to be able to hit the corners. Yes, the number 3 girl in the country. See, that was a great approach. She made the approach nice and deep, didn't try to do too much with it. Had a great result. High backhand swinging volley. Just angled it just enough for Maria couldn't touch it.
Bader, senior co-captain, along with her longtime friend Stephanie Keebler.
Foot fault. Maria loves her backhand. She's running around her forehand to hit her backhand.
Don't often see that.
I know, you do not often see that. Most people love their forehand and want to go after it.
Important point here for Bader after breaking Mosolova to begin set number 2. This can maybe build some momentum for her.
I just feel like her toss is too far to the right. She should be hitting up on the ball and getting that brush, hitting up the backside of the ball. She's kind of coming around it.
That double fault costs her the game as well. So Mosolova ties it up at 1 apiece. So 1-1 here in the second set. Mosolova having won the first set and serving now from the far court.
Pulled that point off. Maria should have been in. She had a great shot over the girl's head. She should have been in, taking that swinging volley out of the air. And that's the difference that she needs to make in her game. She says that after college, she would love to try to go out and play on the pro tour. She has a lot of friends out there that she gets emails from.
And the lob right over Bader to take a 30-love lead.
Bader closed in hard on that.
Cross court out by Bader, so 40 love. Game point to Mosilova.
Again, Bader had her on the offensive. She was being offensive and then let her off the hook.
And that's the game to Mosilova. 2-1, she leads in set number 2. So we will come back and see some more women's tennis here on the Big Ten Network right after this.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin. You know, students come to Ohio State from counties all over Ohio, counties just like yours. The Ohio State Alumni Association welcomes these students and helps to make their campus experience unforgettable. Helping students is just one thing that alumni and friends do every day to make Ohio State better. You can support this great tradition of involvement even further through membership in the Ohio State Alumni Association. So become a member to stay connected and make Ohio State stronger. Thank you, and go Bucks!
Their greatest desire is to be the best. Millions of fans have watched them compete. Displaying unshakable drive and unmistakable talent, they've inspired future generations to dream big. And above all, they've made us proud on and off the field. I'm Commissioner Jim Delaney, and that's our Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
Welcome back. Nazli Ghazal has finished off the number 5 singles match and taken another point for Northwestern. She wins 6-love, 6-1 over Christine Milliken of Michigan State. So Northwestern now up 2-0 in the dual match.
Like Coach said, she doesn't mess around. She has great focus out there and gets the job done. She's the first one to finish.
Now we're going to check in at the number 2 singles match on court number 4. Stephanie Keebler of the Spartans and Georgia Rose of Northwestern. Keebler wearing the visor in the near court, serving to Rose in the far court. Currently 6-love, 3-love in favor of Rose, the number 9 ranked player in the nation. Keebler with a rare approach. She likes to stay on the baseline, but comes in and gets the point there. Keebler, the junior co-captain of the Spartans squad, along with her teammate Christine Bader, both from Okemos, Michigan. I don't know why I want to keep saying Wisconsin, because that's their next opponent, I guess. But she's a pre-law, getting ready to take the LSATs.
She says that when she's finished playing, that she's not going to continue staying in the game, whereas her buddy Christine Bader would love to coach collegiately, she says.
Yeah, they were joking around with us, Bader saying that she'll become a big-time coach and Keebler can be her lawyer. Again, Northwestern took the doubles point, and they got a win from Nazli Ghazal, so they are halfway to the winning mark of 4 that you need to win a dual match in college. 6 single all count for a point, and the doubles, whoever wins 2 of 3 double matches gets the point, which Northwestern did earlier.
Double fault.
Some fans have braved the erratic weather of Evanston. It's been sunny early, Looked like it might rain. Now it's cloudy. Some fog off the lake. We've seen a little of everything today, Ann.
The girls are handling the conditions.
How tough is it to play in weather like this?
You know, it's not that much fun when it's cold out. I always had a difficult time. My muscles would never really loosen up. I always played really well when it was over 100 degrees. Yeah, you just really have to take care of yourself, stay really warm.
Take a look at Keebler. Hitting it long there with her, like you said, a little unorthodox forehand.
Yeah, she doesn't put much topspin on the ball. She doesn't really get under it and drive out through the ball.
And she goes wide there to go down 4-love in the second set. Net there. So Rose 15-love, leading 4-love in the second after taking the first set at love as well.
And there was no reason for her to miss that. The ball was inside the service line. She just didn't get up to the ball. Georgia's just being solid, you know. She's not making that many unforced errors. It's showing in the score. Guess I spoke too soon. She's getting faulted.
Georgia Rose 14-3 this season, playing at number 2 after having been the #1 player all of last year as the reigning Big Ten Player of the Year. But really, when you talk to the coaches and the team, they seem to have adjusted very well to Mosolova coming in and playing #1 and Rose sliding over to #2. They feel it's made them a better team.
Absolutely. I think, and look where they're sitting right now, the #1 in the nation. Coach Claire Pollard says that sometimes Rose loses focus.
Today, that doesn't seem to be the problem. Great passing shot here.
Again, she had a little low drop shot, moved her in, which she doesn't like to come into net with an easy pass. Falling back on that forehand. She needs to hit that serve, get inside the baseline, and punish that third shot. She was just kind of waiting.
And there, another unforced error, backhand into the net.
A little slice backhand. Again, she was just neutralizing the point, and she just dumps it into the net. You know, that's just your concentration. You really need to be focusing on every shot, being in every point.
Wide by Keebler on the forehand.
Rose has a half motion. You see a lot of players that have that now. She's got a good, pretty good first serve. Her second serve is average. She just spins it in. Her first serve is solid.
Another forehand in the net. So Rose will take another game there. And let's go over to court number 6, where Susie Matzenauer is dominating right now over Catherine Bonnen of Michigan State. Matzenauer waiting on Bonnen. It's 5-love in the second here. Matzenauer looks like she's on her way to another Northwestern singles victory as Bonnen on her serve tries to avoid the whitewash. Oh, and a mistake by Matzenauer hitting it wide as she approached.
Again, that was just a concentration mistake. There's no reason why she should miss that easy short ball that close to the net. She has the girl in a position, she's got an easy shot. She misses it.
So 15-love, Bonnen serving in the far court. Second serve coming up. And there again, Matzenauer just didn't look like she was ready.
Well, she served a little bit of a kicker up to her forehand, which she doesn't look like she likes that high forehand. She's got these little bit of unorthodox strokes. So anytime the ball's out of her striking zone, it's a little bit more difficult for her.
I thought that was good timing on my part.
You can see she's trying to spin that serve out wide, get her out of position, missing that first serve.
And a double fault by Bonnen makes it 30-15 as she tries to avoid losing the match on this game. There, Bonnen tried to serve and volley. But instead, a second service coming up.
Great with her forehand. She got her feet in position nicely. Great balance.
Matzenauer making it 30-all. Leading 5-love in set number 2. Put away there by Matzenauer.
Waited for the right opportunity to put the ball away. Bonnen needs to get that ball heavy, high, and deep. Make her hit a different shot than what she's comfortable with.
Break point for the match here for Matzenauer.
I think Matzenauer's just been way too strong.
And into the net by Bonnen, so Matzenauer wins and makes it 3-0 Northwestern in the dual match with a 6-love victory. And now let's go quickly to court number 4, where it's match point for Northwestern's Georgia Rose. Stephanie Keebler of Michigan State serving in the far court. And Keebler will stay alive for the time being. But Rose will try and clinch this dual match for Northwestern and clinch a perfect regular season for the 4th straight year in Big Ten conference play. Hit wide by Rose, so the win there for Northwestern clinches the match as they lead 4-0 in the duel. Rose takes down Keebler at number 2 singles. And now back to court number 1. Mosilova returning with match point against Christine Bader. That's it. So Mosilova wins it 6-2 in the second set to take it 2-0 and wins that. Northwestern with now 5 points, and they've won the competition, but we'll come back with more in just a minute.
Northwestern University. Exceptional academic opportunities. 2 beautiful lakefront campuses. A collaborative community. Lifelong friendships. Northwestern University.
We had a blue-collar fighting spirit, and that helped us develop the Penn State soccer program into what it is today. We weren't necessarily the most talented team in the country, we just worked really hard. The never-give-up attitude that the coach instilled in us helped me prepare to play for the U.S. Women's National Team. I'm Christy Welsh, and that's my Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
Behind every Big Ten moment lives a story about the athletes and coaches who created them.
She was my hero, and I was his hero.
Go beyond the field with Big Ten short stories. Only on the Big Ten Network. Softball on the Big Ten Network. Be a part of the excitement every time they wind and fire. The lively fastballs, the powerful swings, and the great defensive stops. All season long in high def. Only on the Big Ten Network.
Back here in Northwestern, where the Wildcats have clinched their win in this dual match over Michigan State, but in college tennis during the regular season, they keep playing on. So we're going to take a look here at the number 3 singles match on court number 2. Anna Milosavljevic of Michigan State serving to Samantha Murray of Northwestern in the near court. Murray up 3-love in the second set after having won the first set.
Ran around her back and just rips that forehand. She's got a great forehand.
Murray, another one of those Wildcats who won a Big Ten Player of the Week honor this year. She did it in January. It was the 3rd of her career, her 2-year career here at Northwestern.
Love 3 for this set. First set was 6-4.
Shanked that forehand. Got up nice and high on her. She really needs to go forward. Moving forward into that return and staying down.
And the point and the game there go to Sam Murray to make it 4-love in her advantage in set number 2.
Just doesn't get up to the ball with that backhand slice. Just stops her feet way too soon.
And the backhand there into the net again by Milos Savic.
Murray, the most aggressive baseliner on the team. She's got a good serve, reaches up. Great backhand.
Makes it 30 love there.
She really stays down on that backhand and drives through the ball.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea about that.
So let's take a move over to court number 5, where we check in with the number 4 singles matchup between Allie Wickman and Lauren Liu. Liu serving for Northwestern in the far court, Wickman in the near court. Liu up here in the second set, 4-1.
Coach Pollard says that Lauren Liu doesn't get much attention. That's why they call it the silent assassination. I mean, assassination.
The way she plays may be termed an assassination, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's the quietest player on the team. That's why she doesn't necessarily get the attention.
She's on a 16-match winning streak right now. The most underrated player. I like her game. She's very smooth, can transition well to the net.
She's 9-0 in Big Ten play this year, trying to complete a perfect season for her.
She's only a sophomore, so I think she's got great potential to get better and to really be a threat for the coming years. She's got a nice all-around game.
She said her favorite thing about Northwestern is the seasons. She can experience all the seasons. Well, right now she's experiencing a cold spring day in Evanston, but she's been hot on the court so far. Like you mentioned, 16-match winning streak coming in and looking like she's going to make it 17. Wickman into the net there. So 2 matches still going on. We're going to cover them for you. We'll be back here at Evanston right after this.
The MSU Alumni Association sponsors many great programs, like the iZone. That's why I'm a member. You should be too. Join the MSU Alumni Association at msualum.com.
Go Green! Ah, the sounds of spring. Baseball on the Big Ten Network. Catch the conference's top matchups as your school swings for a championship all season long. Saturday in high def, only on the Big Ten Network.
Bush on the inbound, the baseball feed. It's caught. Hoffaber for the win.
When I hit the shot, I just kind of ran over and was in disbelief. And then all of my teammates came over and tackled me, and it was pretty fun.
Is the Big Ten Network.
Back to court 2, where Sam Murray and Anna Milos Savic are going at it, with Sam Murray leading 5-love in the second set, already up a set, trying to close it out here. Milosavljevic serving to Murray.
You got a lot of young girls on this Northwestern team. I mean, they have a very bright future. Next year, they don't win the national championship this year. They've got another chance for next year.
They'll definitely be contenders, you would think, for the next couple of years at least. The only senior they'll lose is Alexis Keneal, who's a doubles specialist, really, and unfortunately out with the broken foot suffered last Sunday.
Yeah, Samantha Murray has a very bright future. Big, strong girl. Just needs to work on her consistency a little bit more and cutting those unforced errors down. Getting on that baseline, sometimes she gets caught going backwards too much instead of really holding her ground.
Wide there by Murray after an extended rally, one of the best rallies we've seen. Milosavljevic, the junior from Johannesburg, South Africa. So she's traveled a long way to East Lansing. Just clip the line there for Murray. Keep the rally going. And there,
Again, another
wide.
unforced error. When she could just play, you know, I call it just a neutral ball, a aggressive, controlled ball.
Don't write it down, just signal.
But not going for too much.
Milosavljevic has been the steadiest player for Michigan State this year, according to Coach Perkins. Really kind of unsung and tied for the team lead and wins at singles with 19. She's trailing big in this one against Sam Murray. Murray comes from a tennis-playing family. Both of her brothers, Neil and Peter, played for Bath University in England, which is one of the schools that she was considering. In fact, she was considering a lot of schools out there and decided to come across the pond to play at Northwestern. Volley into the net on the backhand.
She set it up with that inside-out forehand, and again she didn't make the shot. Had her on the defensive. Sometimes she just tries to go for way too much. You just got to make Anna play another shot out there. You got to stay out there. She was lucky to sneak out at that point. She had her on the run and then let her back in. And then Anna misses the shot. She should have been coming in and taking that swinging volley out of the air instead of letting that ball drop.
Tightly contested game here between Milosavljevic and Murray. This is the final singles match still going on as Northwestern tries to polish off Another shutout duel victory.
Again, another forehand unforced error. Murray needs to mix up heavy high balls, change up the pace on her. She needs to slow down here and take 1 point at a time to close out this match. That serve was long. She didn't call it though.
Again, here there's no line judges, so you call it yourself. She let that one go. Another unforced error by Murray.
She just didn't get under it. The ball was really nice and low. Just didn't brush up on that ball. That was just a neutral ball. Get herself out of trouble.
So it costs her the game, and she serves for the match, leading 5-1. Out by Murray, but looked like Milosavljevic almost let her off the hook there.
I like Milosavljevic's game. She's got a great game. She needs to take control and come in a little bit more, because Murray gets, sometimes she gets caught falling backwards, and then you got her on the run. Murray serves, love 15. Great backhand. Coach was right, wasn't she, on her backhand?
Definitely pounded that one, catching the line.
In the corner.
Even Milosavljevic acknowledged it.
Watch how she just drives out through the ball. She's got that height and that strength. It's a great backhand angle. Again, she didn't have to do that much with it. Just rolled it down at her feet and, you know, look up for the next ball.
It's that 30-15.
Great serve. Tried to go for way too much off that forehand.
It's a match point coming up for Sam Murray. Mishit there by Murray.
Yeah, I know she's got weapons. She's got a great forehand and a great backhand.
So 40-30, still another match point.
I feel these girls these days, they just pound the ball. I don't think sometimes they know what they're doing. They just nail it. Hope it goes in. Nice.
And there it is, the backhand winner to end the match. 6-1, she takes it in the second set. 2 sets to love. She wins the match and finishes it off. Northwestern completing a 7-0 dual match victory. We'll be back with some other action though when we return to Edfiston.
So, anyone good?
Yeah, I got Ellis, Penny, and K-Mac, 3-time Architect of the Year. Who'd you get?
There are over 380,000 NCAA student athletes.
Check it out. The Jay Campbell rookie card.
No way! That guy dominates in the lab.
Yeah.
And just about all of them will be going pro in something other than sports.
I didn't know he minored in French.
From the Indiana dunes to the banks of the Ohio, from high-powered boardrooms to corn-powered biofuels, Indiana's economic renaissance is powered in part by Purdue University. Our faculty, students, and alumni are creating new innovations, businesses, and thousands of Indiana jobs. And thanks to our leaders, citizens, and Purdue supporters, we're bringing it all back home to Indiana.
Northwestern University. Exceptional academic opportunities. 2 beautiful lakefront campuses. A collaborative community. Lifelong friendships. Northwestern University.
You're watching the Big Ten Network.
All right, welcome back to Evanston, where we're now going to take a look at how the match over at court number 5 finished off. It was the number 4 singles matchup between Allie Wickman and Lauren Liu. We join here with Liu leading 5-1 in the far court.
Again, just being solid and waiting for her right opportunity.
The big forehand by Liu. Liu 19-0 playing at the number 4 position this season coming into today's match.
There's that little drop shot that set up that point.
Liu known for her drop shots, the crafty lefty, as she was referred to by Coach Claire Pollard.
And Allie made it up to the ball. She just didn't make the shots, and that's the difference between the better players, you know, making those unforced errors. I mean,
And Liu with the big put away.
coming in, putting that forehand volley away, setting up off of Allie's backhand.
So, love 40 on Wickman's serve. Match point for Lauren Liu. And that's it. Liu wins, and we'll be back to take a look at the trophy presentation for Northwestern's Big Ten Championship.
To the happy children of the future, those of the past send greetings.
Having sat in the classrooms where brilliant minds once shared their ideas.
Having been inspired by the talented athletes that once played on these fields.
Knowing of the great leaders
whose examples I plan to follow.
And having learned of the world-changing contributions of so many here,
I realize now that it's so much more than greetings they have given us.
Our great past leads to your great future.
Ah, the sounds of spring. Baseball on the Big Ten Network. Catch the conference's top matchups as your school swings for a championship all season long. Tomorrow in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. BigTenNetwork.com. News, videos, highlights, and so much more. It's Big Ten Country online.
And here's the hardware for winning the Big Ten championship. It's presented to senior Alexis Keneal, who unfortunately broke her foot and couldn't play today and is out indefinitely. But Northwestern, a perfect regular season for the 4th straight year. And Coach Claire Pollard has a dynasty on her hands here in Northwestern. Another great performance today by Northwestern as they defeat Michigan State with a 7-0 dual match win. They've been taking care of their opponents all season long, and that's why they're the #1 team in the country.
Yeah, they just dominated. Everybody played extremely well, didn't let up. They're out there having a lot of fun. Coach Pollard loves to keep it fun.
Northwestern moves its record on the year to 23-1. And the perfect Big Ten conference record. Meanwhile, Michigan State now has their first 3-match losing streak of the season, and they get a chance to finish off their Big Ten season tomorrow at Wisconsin. And taking a look at the Big Ten women's tennis champions, the Northwestern Wildcats. Now as we look forward to next week's Big Ten Women's Tennis Championships, they'll be held at Purdue University. Obviously Northwestern the clear favorite to win that, but there are a couple other good teams in the conference. Indiana, Iowa, Michigan. So they, they're not going to necessarily walk through everyone, but you'd have to think that they're a huge favorite.
Yeah, I think definitely they are a huge favorite. They're playing really well. Their confidence is riding high. But there's I think Michigan has a chance as well. They played them 5-2, had some really tight matches with them. So it'll be interesting next weekend.
And we are awaiting Coach Claire Pollard of Northwestern to come up and join us here. So Big Ten women's champion once again. Another one, the 10th straight for Coach Claire Pollard in her 10 years here at Northwestern.
So Coach, what's the secret to your success here?
Oh gosh, well I think it's a combination of a lot of things. Getting great players is first and foremost, and surrounding yourself with good people who support the program. And a good work ethic. I think that's really something that's underestimated. When you get good, people think it's just because you're good instead of because of the work you do. And I feel proud about the work we put in.
What kind of work do you guys put in? What is your daily routine? So
I don't know if I can give away all my secrets. Well, this year we've radically changed it, and we've de-emphasized running and lifting and put more of an emphasis on just playing a lot more tennis. I still think that it's a skill sport no matter how much power that there is, and I feel like maybe we'd sort of lost track of that and really spent more time just developing our skills on the court, and I feel like we're playing the best that we've ever played. So I like that. So we're playing almost twice a day, every day.
Okay.
10 years here, 10 Big Ten championships is a very real possibility. What's going to happen next week at Purdue?
Well, we're going to have to be at our best like always. We've done a good job in the regular season, and Michigan gave us a very good run. I was very impressed with them, and Indiana's always a good team. So we'll need to regroup tonight and then get back to work and have a solid week of preparation to make sure that we get the job done next week.
Great, thank you for your time, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll be back to wrap things up here at Evanston. The Big Ten champions once again, the Northwestern Wildcats.
When I see my name on the Hall of Fame wall, I realize just how special it is to be a part of Northwestern's history. Competitive tennis is mainly an individual sport, but I truly loved and thrived in the team atmosphere. I learned how to excel in tense situations and to achieve anything I set my mind to. I'm Katrina Adams, and that's my Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
11 Big Ten campuses. One show that covers them all.
Thanks for dropping in on Big Ten Tonight.
Go inside your school with unprecedented access on Big Ten Tonight. In-depth highlights, analysis from our experts, the news of the day, interviews, features, and so much more.
This is the place to be.
It's the show for all Big Ten fans. Big Ten Tonight, only on the Big Ten Network. Softball on the Big Ten Network. Be a part of the excitement every time they wind and fire. The lively fastballs, the powerful swings, and the great defensive stops. All season long in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. Behind every Big Ten moment lives a story about the athletes and coaches who created them.
He was my hero, and I was his hero.
Go beyond the field with Big Ten short stories. Only on the Big Ten Network. You're watching the Big Ten Network.
Another banner day for the Northwestern women's tennis squad. The #1 team in the country takes down Michigan State 7-0 in their dual match. Their final dual match of the season to close out another perfect regular season for them, the 4th one in a row. And I'm Nara Weng here with Ann Grossman Wunderlich to wrap up the action from today. And Ann, we saw what we pretty much expected to see, dominance by Northwestern.
Absolutely. Northwestern played fantastic today, and it's just showing all the hard work that they've put in throughout the year is really paying off.
And now they have the Big Ten championships next week at Purdue to look forward to, and we'll be there as well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Big Ten championships. I think they'll have a fight against them, ahead of them, between Michigan and Indiana. So I'm looking forward to the match.
Great work with you, Ann. We'll look forward to that. And that's all the action from the Vandy Christie Tennis Center here in Evanston, Illinois. For my partner, Ann Grossman Wunderlich, and our entire production crew, I'm Nara Weng. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of the Big Ten Network. Once again, the final score today, Northwestern 7, Michigan State 0.